Drake, I was thinking this morning about how Drake really, really bothers my spirit. Now, I have a long and complicated history with Drake. I started watching Drake when I was about 7 on Degrassi. I wasn't supposed to be watching it, but Drake was on there. He was Aubrey at the time, and Aubrey was very, very cute. Aubrey was cute. Ryan Cooley was cute. There were just a bunch of little cuties on the show that I was like, oh, I have a crush. I've got to watch the show. So little 7-year-old me would sneak and watch after it was on The End back in the day. So Noggin was a kid show, a kid station, and then Noggin at like 7, 8, 9 o'clock would switch. No, it was about 7 o'clock. It would switch over from Noggin being the kid-friendly show with the kids stuff that my mom was like, oh, okay, this is cute, yes, Yo Gabba Gabba and all that. You know, it was pre-Yo Gabba Gabba. It was 64 Zulane and carrying on back then. But it would switch over just real quick. All of a sudden, it's not Noggin anymore. It's The End. And The End had Degrassi on it. So I'd be casually watching, and I had it together too. I would be casually watching Noggin. And on the nights that I knew Degrassi was coming on, I think it was like Friday nights, Thursday or Friday night. It was close to the weekend. So on the nights that Degrassi was going to come on, like the new episodes or whatever, because they always play reruns, I would be a good girl. I've eaten my dinner, ate my vegetables, took my bath. I'm just, Mommy, I'm just going to sit in here and be quiet and watch TV. I know you're tired. I know you had a long day at work, so I'm just going to be in my room and I'm going to watch TV. And girl, I'd be in there, give my life watching Degrassi. Oh, I would be living my life. My mama said to me last night, now that I'm grown, I'm starting to tell her all the little stuff that I was doing when I was a kid. And you know what? You're right. You are right. But anyway, child, yeah, I would give my life watching Degrassi. But, so Drake is not new to me. But Drake's behavior is new to me, is where I'm trying to go with this. When he was Aubrey, he was a different young man. I remember I was his friend on MySpace. Me and Aubrey we go back, child. We go back. I messaged him once on MySpace. He messaged me back. It was like a thank you and a smiley face. I told him I love him. So, we have a connection. I do not have a connection with Drake. I have a connection with Aubrey. Drake gets on my nerves. Drake reminds me very much of a family member of mine. I'm not going to name names or relationships, but he gets on my nerves. He's very fake. Very Oh, daughter. I had time to go, but I was scared that she was going to get hit and I froze. This girl pulled out in front of his 18-wheeler. But yeah, he's very fake, very cocky. Everything is fake Jamaican, fake Hispanic, fake London. And I'm like, boy, you Canadian, just be Canadian. Be half Memphis, half Canada, Toronto. And live your life and go on about your day. Like, no one has time. I don't sit out here and pretend to be a whole bunch of stuff. I used to back in the day. But today, I don't pretend to be a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not. I'm half Yankee, half Southern. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's the way I was raised. Part ways in New York, New Jersey. Part ways down here. I try not to say the name of down here because I hate it so much. I hate it so much. My origins are Decatur. I've got some Miami, I've got some Indiana. I don't really try to pretend like I'm from Idaho because I don't know nobody in Idaho. I don't. I connect very heavy with Trina and Trick Daddy because my mother's family is in Miami as we speak. I have these origins. I don't know anybody in Drake's family that's Jamaican. I've met a couple of Drake's cousins. I don't know none of them niggas is from London. Them niggas is in Memphis right up the street. So I don't understand. Okay, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to read the headline because I've gone way around the point. Drake stops his performance to call out a pervert in the audience. If you don't stop touching girls, I'm going to F you up. Well, good for you, Drake. Very good for you. That wasn't Drake. That was Aubrey. Because Drake is he's a penis hole. I was going to say something else, but I'll keep it there. Nicki Minaj is on Paper Magazine with her titties out. There's 3 Nicki Minaj's. One Nicki Minaj is eating the other Nicki Minaj's vagina, and the other Nicki Minaj is feeling on the Nicki Minaj in the middle's breast. And the caption says, "Menage a trois, break the internet." I really thought, and this is very naive of me, this was simply so naive of me to have thought that Nicki Minaj had grown past the shock and awe of her career. I thought Nicki Minaj gave us all those crazy hairstyles, all those weird voices, the Exorcist comparisons at she had the Grammys. She performed and she had the priest up there and she had the video where she was crawling all on the walls and roaming and all of that. I thought she had given that up and was like, okay, well now that moment's out of the way, we can go ahead and just get back to me rapping. But she never did. Now, I've already told y'all before that my history with Nicki Minaj is much like my history with Drake. I go way back with Nicki, back to, I think I was 13. I'm gonna keep straight. When I first heard a Nicki Minaj record, I was immediately, I want to say encapsulated, but that's not where I'm going. I was captured by her. You know, the first song I heard was the Jump Off remix that she did. And if you know me, you know Lil' Kim has always been my judge. That's always been my girl. At this point in time, she's not. But back in the day, she was my mother. So I was like, oh, what is this? Jump Off 2007, click. And it started off, Queens, yeah, yo, Fendi, this is Jump Off right here. Miss Minaj with the mama get a taste of the hot sauce. Itty bitty, real pretty, but I'm not soft. Like, she was giving you that. And I was like, oh, well now, what's this? And I got heavy into Nicki Minaj. Everything she was doing, I was paying attention to. I was watching all her old stuff. I was watching the new stuff she was putting out. When she dropped Itty Bitty Piggy, I had already been a fan for 2 years by that time. And everybody was like, hey, have you heard Itty Bitty Piggy? I was like, girl, I was there when it dropped. Okay, let me slow down. Because you want to drive the speed limit, and I just clearly don't. So I don't know why everybody else around you ain't driving the speed limit, but you want to be the good one. But okay. Where am I? Okay, so yeah, Nicki Minaj. I went through with her. I suffered with Nicki Minaj for years. Okay, we started off Jump Off. I was like, okay, this is cool. Nobody was like, listening. I was like, have you heard of Nicki Minaj? Have you heard of Nicki Minaj? And everybody was like, girl, I don't want to be bothered with that. Leave me alone. Then nobody wanted to listen to it when I was trying to hype her up. Nobody. So went on, and then Itty Bitty Piggy dropped, and the girls were just, if you see an Itty Bitty Piggy in the market, get a quarter and a cocktail of pocket. I don't F with pigs like assalamu alaikum. The girls were really heavy into that, and I'm like, okay, girl. Honestly, I was more into the beat than Nicki Minaj is rapping on it, and I like Soulja Boy's She Got a Dog Better. Honestly, it's the same beat. But she did that, and that kind of rocketed her into local black folks started to know who she was. And I'm gonna get off. Anyway, yeah. So she was doing that. And I was like, okay, still living for her, still listening to her old stuff, still listening to, her new stuff. She dropped 5-star. And the moment she had an epiphany and need to go to Tiffany's, then everybody was like, oh my God, oh, Nicki Minaj, Fendi on my slippers and my cookies always slippery. And I was like, okay, yes, Fendi's cookies, slippery, okay. Because remember, I got into Nicki Minaj when she was rapping like a nigga. And then she started rapping about vaginas and moistures, and she did the Freaky Girl song with Lil' Kim, which is why I never understood the beef, because you want a freaky girl, welcome to Nicki's world. Like, it made no sense, because Gucci Mane got Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj on the song together. I'm going way around the point, and I may just separate this into a bunch of different videos. But Gucci Mane, the beginning of the song, you hear Nicki Minaj, and then Kim comes on. And I was like, this is everything I've ever needed. This is my life. Like, I was so passionate about it. Honest to God, from the beginning, from the moment Nicki Minaj says, oh, I get it. Oh, okay. Niggas trying to be on some slick. How you gonna do a Freaky Girl song and not include Nicki Minaj? I mean, you know my effing name. Let's get it. Like, the moment. So I'm okay. I'm saying all of this to say that I went through all the stages with Nicki Minaj. I went through Nicki Minaj to where she was, the first line of Click Clack, they call me Nicholas. Like, she was giving you lesbian teas, which I'll get to that in a little bit, because I'm separating this already. I already know this is not going to be a part of the whole to-do. I'm going to probably separate Drake and Nicki Minaj's segments. But from they call me Nicholas, from that, okay, all right. From that point to, when she started rapping about cookies and slipperies and, vaginas and things. And I was like, okay, it's not exactly what I started listening to her for, but she still got flow. And I'm still living for it. And I still can't let my mama know I'm listening to this. So I'd be listening to, all her stuff with Gucci Mane, all her stuff with Rocco. And I'd be like, yes. And then she started doing crazy things. She started wearing, the Gumby. When she went, I was so excited for Nicki Minaj to be on Saturday Night Live. She got on Saturday Night Live. And I was like, what is this? What is this? What is it? Take it back. And everybody was like, look at your girl. She on Saturday Night Live, and it ain't funny. It ain't cute. She bombed. And I was like, yeah, that is my girl. And she did bomb. But I was holding on. And then she just kept doing stupid stuff. And Beyonce put her arm around her, but didn't quite touch her. And I said, oh, Beyonce didn't touch you. I can't do it. I can't do it no more. So I gave up on Nicki Minaj for a spell. I gave up on Nicki Minaj from right after her first album to the time that she dropped, was it Feeling Myself? Was that when I came back? I listened to a couple of ditties and I was like, I wish I could have this moment for life. But I wasn't really feeling it. Until she dropped Feeling Myself. And I was like, oh, Beyonce has she has come back around and endorsed you. I'll have it. I'll take 2 servings of whatever this is. So I pressed play, and Nicki Minaj was rapping similarly to how she used to rap. And I was like, oh, we're back. So she did that. She did, No, it was the Flawless remix, I think. Whichever one came first, the Flawless remix or Feeling Myself. I can't think about it right now. But I was like, we are back. It was the Flawless remix first, because I remember listening and I heard Beyonce say, "Oh, Nika," and I screamed. I was actually physically in the car driving. I swerved. I screamed. I was like, what is this? But from the moment that Beyonce started singing on the song, when she dropped in, it's Beyonce, no, all of that, when she was giving you that low down, ooh. I try not to talk to y'all about music because I can go on all day, but I have the time. Y'all don't watch these videos anyway. But yes, Nicki came in with that, and I was like, okay, re-endorsed. And then I dropped on back out. She was still giving pills and potions and things and overdosing and super basing and carrying on. And I was like, I can't be a part of this. But then she came back again with the Pink Print. And the Pink Print did have a lot of her yodeling and singing and I lied to keep you from breaking my heart. And I was like, oh, Nicki. No, daughter. And then I fast forwarded and pressed, next and skip and carried on until I got to something I could, twerk to. And fast forward to now, I'm just very back and forth about how I feel about Nicki. I think she's gorgeous. I think Nicki Minaj does not have to do all the stuff she's doing. And this photograph of her simulating eating her own vagina, it's just so distressing. It's distressing to me because you don't have to do that. There's so many other things. Nicki Minaj, honest to God, could just take a picture, just a candid, and look cute like Rihanna. Rihanna is gorgeous all the time. Anyway, child, moving along. I'm gonna cut this if I remember. If not, it'll just be a forever long video that y'all don't watch because y'all don't watch my videos. That's just fact. I really did take the long way, but who cares?